Good morning, wrestling fans. Welcome to PWR today. It's finally Friday, August 26th, 2022. The man they call Meathead and Matthew Thomas. Matthew, how are you feeling 1 week away from probably the biggest wrestling weekend in a very, very long time?
Like, I need to get rested up for it, man. Like, I need to check.
That's why I'm saying it.
I've got enough bandwidth to be able to watch everything, and that's and I'm just hoping. I mean, a lot of the stuff I'm not going to be able to watch the second it's airing, so I'm just hoping that my replay and resume and all of that good stuff is going to be working, because my goodness, like with all of even the different providers, whether it be Peacock or Bleacher Report, or the best luck I've had is Fight, man. Fight, it typically always delivers. I believe gives me a start from beginning, but that start from beginning thing that we got so spoiled with on the WWE Network, it seems to be a very, very rare commodity these days.
Yeah, it's coming. Get ready, folks. Big pay-per-view on Saturday, big pay-per-view Sunday morning, technically, Sunday afternoon, and then big pay-per-view Sunday night. But now, a word from our sponsor. Matthew, tell us about Collar and Elbow.
Oh, they're a wonderful maker of everything clothing. Well, shirts, anyway. Maybe they're working on some other stuff to cover other areas eventually. But right now, it's just shirts, and if you need to expand your shirt collection, even if you don't need to expand your shirt collection, I guarantee you don't have anything as stylish, fashionable, and comfortable as Collar and Elbow brand apparel. How you acquire said apparel is by pointing your web browser to collarandelbowbrand.com. You don't even have to put the www dot in front of it, or the http / maybe like hyphen in there. You don't have to bother with that. Just collarandelbowbrand.com. And once you get to the little checkout thing, you enter promo code Linda K, LINDAKAY. It saves you 10% off of your order.
We've got a lot of news to get to, and we've got to preview two shows tonight. First off, it's all AEW news. I mean, literally, Matthew, we talked pre-show, and all of it is AEW news. First off, what's going on in the AEW women's division? Thunder Rosa having to step down from her match at All Out next week, Sunday, and there will be a four-way match for the AEW Interim World Women's Championship. Thunder Rosa has been said to have some major issues with the team of Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Jamie Hayter. Remember, Rosa broke Hayter's nose during Battle of the Belts 3 on August 5th.
That she did. Have we ever gotten clarification? Does the interim belt look different than the regular belt?
No, it's the exact same belt. It's an exact same belt. So, Tony mentioned that actually on Wednesday on Dynamite. He says, one of these gentlemen are going to take this belt home. The other one might have to just put it up on their mantle.
Interesting.
But so it'll be the only one of them recognized when they merge the belts.
If you lose, well, I'll tell you this. One nice touch on Dynamite this week, I liked when Moxley threw what was perceived to be the interim title down and just walked away with the real title. Yeah. I kind of like that.
That had some class. I mean, it makes up for him and Punk both throwing the belts down the week prior.
Let me ask you this. Do you think a ringside fan got it? Like at a concert, if you're pretty close to the stage, you can get the set list. Do you think it's kind of the same thing?
Like you're getting a pick or a drumstick?
Yeah. Fans just waited, and they waited till everybody cleared out, and they're just cleaning up the ring, and the ring's still in there. And it's like, dear kind sir, could I please have that interim title? I bet you that's what happened.
Nope. I'm pretty sure it didn't. So let's continue on. Sammy Guevara had something to say about Eddie Kingston on a backstage incident. Apparently, Kingston was suspended following an incident with Sammy Guevara, all stemming from Sammy calling him fat on the air. That never actually aired.
I think the actual quote was "fat piece of shit."
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Your thoughts?
I got that exclusive scoop from DirtySheets.com. They had the actual quote yesterday. Yeah, and then I guess it was Eddie's retaliation to it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Again, like we talked about yesterday, this will end up being an angle. Once cooler heads prevail, this will be a work shoot. And we'll go somewhere with it, but yeah, a very interesting piece of information that just broke here in the last couple of days.
By the way, my third favorite Local H song of all time, Cooler Heads, Local H from Zion, Illinois. One of my favorite bands to cover one of my favorite AC/DC songs with one of my favorite instruments, the cowbell.
Not to be confused with Kool-Aid heads, which the Kool-Aid man didn't really have a head, right? He's just a big jug.
Oh,
he technically doesn't.
He was all belly, is what he was. I mean, don't cut a promo on him, though. Let's continue on.
Are you a Kool-Aid fan, Meathead?
I love Kool-Aid. Matter of fact, I do the little Kool-Aid flavor bottles. So, the ones that are just liquid that you spray into a glass of water. So I'll get my, my canteen full up with my, my ice cold water, and I'll spray in the Kool-Aid flavor in there.
I didn't even know they made those.
Oh yeah, Kool-Aid flavor, or I like to taste the tang in the morning. So.
Well, there you go.
All right, let's move on. More AEW. There is apparently movement towards a rematch at All Out between Punk and Moxley, and that is going to happen possibly with a stipulation. What kind of stipulation could you see with Punk Moxley at
No. See, I missed this scoop. This is actual news, huh? This is a story?
Yeah. Keep going. Yep.
My goodness. Well, we called it last week that, something screwy was going to happen here. And by screwy, I thought it was going to be a no finish. I didn't mean it was going to be a squash match, but I think.
Well, it wasn't a squash. Remember, technically Moxley went after him because they kept showing over and over Punk doing the enziguri on Moxley's neck with the injured ankle, and then basically getting taken down because he couldn't move.
I think this will be the first ever blood, and more blood match. Do you know how many people were upset? This is John Moxley in a title match, and there was no blood. What are the odds, man? If they did one of those, oh my goodness, what's the freaking fantasy betting stuff? DraftKings. I made a DraftKings poll. Will John
fantasy
Moxley
betting?
bleed?
I mean,
yeah.
I thought you meant like we could have silk. We could have 1,000 count sheets.
Yes, fantasy betting. Yeah, that's right. Oh, you know what, man? I think there's a market for that. You actually join a league with your friends and acquire different types of bed sheets. Make your bed in a different way.
The only sheets we care about around here, Matthew, is dirtysheets.com.
That's right, man. We need to work and see if we can get them as a sponsor, Meathead.
Let's move on to a preview of SmackDown tonight. With 1 week to go before the pay-per-view, there is a 4-team second chance fatal 4-way tag team match for the women's side for the SmackDown Women's Tag Team Championships. Here's the teams. It's going to be Dana Brooke and Tamina, Shotzi and Xia Li, Nikki ASH and Mountain Dew Drop, and then Natalya and Sonya Deville. Pick a winner.
Surprised you didn't sprain a vocal cord just by announcing the type of match.
Dude, no. You know who I've been practicing and watching and listening? Excalibur, when he runs down the pay-per-view card the night before the pay-per-view. Have you ever heard him do that promo in about 2 minutes time? He runs down 47 matches without a breath.
I like Shotzi and Xia Li here.
What?
Yeah. I feel like that just feels right.
I don't know about that. I'm honestly thinking it could be Dana Brooke and Tamina.
Huh. Yeah, I mean,
the easy choice would be Natalya and Sonya Deville.
Yeah, there's nobody in here that I feel like is immediately excluded, but I think that they need to capitalize on. I forgot who it was against, but I mean, Shotzi got a win a few weeks ago that I think was a little bit unexpected, and you need to capitalize on that. And we saw that shortly after the Triple H regime started. So I don't know, maybe Triple H is a little bit open to a Shotzi run.
Okay. All right. Well, we've also got Ricochet going one-on-one with Happy Corbin.
Yeah, Ricochet seemingly getting a little bit more love as of late. So hopefully this is a match to highlight him, and it continues there.
And then finally, the Usos should be able to get back with the Bloodline. I believe they're in Detroit tonight. I'm not 100% on that one. We'll have to check on the city, but I know they're back stateside. So there should be no issue at the border for the Usos.
Yeah, hopefully there's not like an issue state to state borders.
You never know. You never know. Matthew, let's spend a second here. This last Dynamite was very promo, talk show heavy, right? 2 hours.
Yeah.
Remember, they only had 5 matches. in a 2-hour show, and one of them lasted 3 minutes for the AEW World Championship. Matthew, take a guess how many matches they had in the 60 minutes, they have tonight in the 60 minutes on Rampage.
You know what? I'm going to go with 46 because you were talking about Excalibur running it down, and I think you were talking actually about a Rampage preview. So I'm going to say 46.
5 matches tonight on Rampage in 60 minutes. It's wrestling on crack, and I struggle with It's too much. All right, let's run down the matches. Please make fun of me again if I give anything away that I shouldn't, because I did that once already. Dark Order and the House of Black will be in a tournament match for the AEW World Trios titles. Who you got?
I mean, this looks like it's got to be House of Black, right? I mean, it's House of Black versus Dark Order. I mean, let's be honest, man. Dark Order's kind of a happy-go-lucky, feel-good team. They're not necessarily, positioned to be a powerhouse here.
I would think it'd be the House of Black as well. The TNT champion Wardlow will take on Dolph Ziggler's brother, Ryan Nemeth, the Hollywood Blonde.
Yeah, Wardlow's not losing here. But let me go back to that first match. Are they really missing the boat by not having this as a dark match, black and dark? Or at least do what they did on NXT this previous week with Wendy Chu and Tiffany Stratton, just, darken the lights a little bit.
Yeah, because that was a lights out one quick. Powerhouse Hobbs will also have a match against a gentleman by the name of Ashton Day. Thanks for stopping by, Ashton Day.
Yeah, I don't know Ashton, so I don't think we can say he's probably going to win.
Sammy Guevara and Ty Mello. Again, I struggle to say that name. I don't know where the name came from. Yeah. There's been no explanation on the name. Are going to be in a mixed gender match against Ruby Soho and Ortiz.
You got to think Sammy and Ty Mello pull it out, right?
I would think so, because aren't they a champion somewhere in AAA?
Yeah, not the baseball, the wrestling promotion.
Correct. The Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli and Dustin Rhodes, the Natural. This is a Ring of Honor showcase match, because I'm willing to bet they call out the ring announcer or they call out the play-by-play person. I believe, maybe the boys are somewhere watching it, with Dalton Castle, that kind of stuff. Let me ask you your opinion, and I want you to extrapolate. I want you to really go into it here. What is your thoughts and feelings on Ring of Honor still on AEW TV and taking time from AEW wrestlers?
Yeah. I think Tony does it to get him exposure, but my goodness, it's not. Here's where
half of the Ring of Honor guys are former WWE/AEW guys.
Yeah, and here's where I'm at is I feel like I can get enough of a taste of Ring of Honor by watching what is on AEW without seeking it out. And I don't think that is the I feel like my Ring of Honor appetite is met by just what I see with Claudio, just what I see on RH. And I don't know in the end if that's really going to be beneficial for Tony's product.
Let's talk about this. All right, so between AEW, Ring of Honor, they also represent AAA belts. They also represent what other belts are being represented in AEW currently right now? So Ring of Honor's Pure Championship, TV Championship,
what
World
does
Championship
have, man?
They've got the AAA. New Japan is being represented as well. How many belts do they have on 1 week of television?
Yeah, it's a lot, man.
And they're doing the tournament for the trios belts.
Yeah, it's a lot. And Forbidden Door and cross promotion's one thing, but when you throw that much in there, man, you don't feel like any of it is proprietary anymore. You don't feel like any of it is the brand, and it's just I think it waters the stuff down, man.
So let's talk it out here. AEW World Champion, AEW TV Champion. This is just the men's side so far. AEW Tag Team Champions. Now we're going to have AEW Trios Champions. On the women's side, AEW World Champion, AEW TBS Champion. Okay, that's the women's side. There's also, on a regular basis, the Ring of Honor World Championship, the Ring of Honor Television Champion, the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, and the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. New Japan Tag Team Champions. Guess what else? What other belt was on this last Wednesday? What is the one that Ospreay carries? The IWGP United States Champion.
They kind of look like a Western wear store.
I was going to say AAA mixed gender champions, Sammy Guevara and Ty Mello.
Yeah, and that probably is one of my bigger pet peeves out of everything, because that just seemed to show up out of nowhere. And AEW was not doing intergender matches. It really wasn't a thing. And now we've got intergender tag team champions.
Right. They've had this will be their second match tonight. And they walk in as a tag team champion.
Yeah, yeah.
In a division that doesn't exist.
Again, man, like I think the business model is, let's make this company as successful as possible. And that was the case up until all of the Forbidden Door stuff. And now that Forbidden Door has not
don't
closed.
Forget the former Impact tag team champions will be at the pay-per-view next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Motor City.
Absolutely. So, you run the risk of AEW not feeling like its own thing.
I don't know what its thing is right now. I'm trying to talk this out with you because I cannot figure out what AEW is right now. It's a lot.
They're in a spot, man, where, again, it was the analogy that I used yesterday, and I'm going to go back to it. I feel like they don't know how to act when they're not saying they're not cool, but when they are not just running away with being the coolest kid in the room. And I think we are seeing. And I almost wonder, with the title match that we had Wednesday night, if this is not them trying to do some kind of meta thing where it's like, you know what, we're going to create controversy by going after the smart fans, and the controversy is not going to be what happened, in the ring on the show. The controversy is going to be how we booked it. And in the meantime, you have your champion, you have, basically, some could argue the biggest star in the company in CM Punk, absolutely destroyed. So that's how we're going to get people talking. It's a theory, but I wonder if that's what we were supposed to walk away with from Wednesday, was let's get them talking by having our champion lose in 3 minutes in the middle part of the show. And let's get them wondering, what in the world's going on with AEW? What kind of booking decision is that? I think that's their play right now, Meathead.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know where we're going with this, Matthew, but we've got an amazing week of wrestling coming up next week. And again, on Saturday night, it's going to be WWE. Actually, I believe it's Saturday afternoon, because Clash at the Castle is obviously happening Greenwich time. So if I'm not mistaken, that's going to be an afternoon pay-per-view. Then we've got on Sunday morning-ish, we're going to have Power Man 5000 When Worlds Collide. That's a music joke, by the way, if you want to look that up. Do you get it?
No, the Power Man just made me chuckle.
Power Man 5000 is a band. I forget the gentleman's name, the lead singer and creator of it, but he's Rob Zombie's brother.
So no relation to Beefcake. Was it Beefcake 5000 or Beefcake 10,000?
Beefcake. No. Power Man 5000. You've heard this is what it's like a world's collide. Are you ready to go? If that's not the theme song for the pay-per-view Sunday, I don't know what they're thinking.
Hey, wasn't that Beefcake product? Wasn't that an Ico Pro product?
It's quite possible. quite possible. Unfortunately, the internet is telling me that it's airing at 6 p.m. It looks like. That can't be right. That can't be right at all. Live coverage at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central. That can't be right.
What time is it going to be where they're actually at?
That's what I'm saying. That can't be right, because if we're going by, say, Greenwich Mean Time, that means the show would start at 9 o'clock at night.
Wow. I mean, you've seen some crazy stuff to make it line up, with I don't know. I don't know what time it is over there.
But Matthew, again, a big show. No, here it is. 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific.
So 11 Mountain, huh?
Yeah, 11 a.m. That makes way more sense because then at that point, maybe it's starting at 7 o'clock, Greenwich Mean Time or whatever the time zone is, or in Cardiff. So that makes absolute sense right there. And then don't forget, you've got the Big Worlds Collide show that's going to be happening on Sunday. And then finally, Sunday night, get ready for 17 hours of AEW's All Out.
You know it, man. It's been a while since they've had a pay-per-view. You're going to get your money's worth here.
That's the thing. I don't mind my money's worth, but remember when they were doing the show? What was it? A couple pay-per-views ago, the November one, and I think they were going up against the NBA. And it might have been the February one, and they were going up against the NBA. Nope, I take it back. It was the NBA Finals, and they were worried about competing with the playoffs. So the NBA said, we've got matches set up to go in the middle that were counter program against the NBA game going long.
Hey, Meathead, let me ask you this, man. Are they leaving money on the table by not running monthly or at least every 6 weeks or something?
No. No, they need to get Ring of Honor as a brand on TV.
Yeah.
And then start separating this stuff because it's too much.
No, that's a good solution, and hopefully a distribution deal at some point. If you're listening to this, HBO Max, CEO of HBO Max,
Discovery Max,
Discovery Max. Yeah. Oh, maybe the deal goes to Discovery Plus.
Well, Discovery Plus and HBO or Max are merging, so
yeah, but it's more interesting if it's a Discovery Plus type of deal. You know what? Maybe they can do a little cross promotion with a completely different brand and network. But my new favorite program on A&E, Court Night Live, with all the shenanigans going on backstage in AEW, that might be no finer place to settle it is in a mall somewhere by the American people.
Oh boy! All right, well, Matthew, that is our week. For Linda Kay, for Matthew Thomas, I'm the man they call Meathead. Thanks again for listening and tolerating us. We will talk to you Monday morning and get you ready for the big week that will be. So long, everyone.